Hello, English learners. Welcome to another great lesson with English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
So, Erica, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. And I think we've got a good lesson today, a really helpful lesson.
What are we talking about today?
We have an elementary lesson about making an appointment.
All right, making an appointment. Yeah, that's really helpful. I guess you have to make appointments for the doctor or
At work, maybe, or with your
personal.
friends.
Yeah.
So this is language that you can use every day to make appointments.
Great. Well, so why don't we take a look at our vocabulary preview?
Vocabulary preview.
Appointment. Appointment. Schedule. Schedule. Book. Book. Meeting. Meeting. Availability. Availability. Reschedule. Reschedule. Cancel. Cancel. Confirm. Confirm. Slot. Slot. Reception. Reception. Consultation. Consultation. Follow-up. Follow-up. Waiting list. Waiting list. Time frame. Time frame. Deadline. Deadline. Urgent. Urgent. Setup. Setup. Arrange. Arrange. Reminder. Reminder. Time slot. Time slot. Availability. Availability. Appointment book. Appointment book. Walk-in. Walk-in. Overbook. Overbook. No-show. No-show. Receptionist. Receptionist. Duration. Duration. Client. Client. Request. Request. Confirmation. Confirmation.
We only have one word today, which you need to know to understand this dialogue, and it is financial advisor.
Financial advisor.
Financial advisor.
So, what is a financial advisor?
A financial advisor is a person who gives suggestions or recommendations about investing money. Someone who wants you to put money in the stock market.
Okay, great. I guess we're ready now to listen to our dialogue for the first time. And as always, it's going to be at a normal speed, but you don't have to worry about it because
We'll come back and teach you all the important words.
Hello, Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Miss McNeely.
Certainly. What day were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. Unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure, Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure, Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
Well, I guess Ms. McNeely does not want to speak to any financial advisors.
yeah, I guess she doesn't really want to invest in the stock market, huh?
Or maybe she just gets too many phone calls from them.
Yeah. If you have money, I guess you'll get phone calls from people like that.
I guess we don't have that problem, hey?
No, we don't. Okay, let's start with our language takeaway for today.
Language takeaway.
So 4 words today. The first one is available.
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 Meaning
That you are not busy.
that you're free.
You're free. You're not busy.
Exactly. Let's move to our next word. Double check.
Double check.
Double check.
Double check.
I think we've got some examples of this phrase.
Example 1.
Do you have the tickets?
I think so, but let me just double check.
Example 2.
I thought I sent that email already, but let me double check.
Okay, so double check basically means to check something twice.
Exactly, to check it again.
Check it again. Okay. Our third word for language takeaway today is scheduled.
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 Scheduled. So when you have something scheduled, it means that you have something
Planned,
right?
Yeah, or booked at that time.
Booked at that time.
Yeah, we've got a lunch scheduled this afternoon, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All
a
right.
great lunch. Looking forward to it. And our last word for today is booked solid.
Booked solid.
Booked solid.
Booked. Booked solid.
So we have some great examples on how you can use this great phrase booked solid and you can understand what it means.
Example 1.
I can't get a hotel room. They're booked solid until after the new year.
Example 2.
I'm sorry, there are no seats available on this flight. We booked solid over the Christmas holidays.
Example 3.
Sorry, I can't meet with you today. I'm booked solid.
Okay, great. So booked solid basically is?
You have no free time, no available time.
Right.
So you've got appointments scheduled all day.
All day. Great. So with this in mind, now we can listen to our dialogue a second time. This time it's going to be slow so we can
Understand a little bit better.
Hello? Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely.
Certainly. What date were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. No, unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure. Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure. Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
Okay, so now it's a little bit more clear, and with this, we can start with putting it together.
Putting it together.
Phrases for making an appointment. Can I make an appointment? I would like to book a time. Is there an available slot? When are you free? Can we meet on Monday? I need to see the doctor. Please confirm the time. Can I change my appointment? I want to cancel my meeting. What time works best? I'm running late. Is this a good time for you? Can you remind me? I'm here for my appointment. How long will it take? I want to reschedule. Do you have any openings? Can I speak with a receptionist? What day's available? I'm sorry, I can't make it. Please call me to confirm. I will be there on time. How do I cancel? Can I come earlier? Is this appointment confirmed? Where is the office? I need to change the date. Can I have your contact number? What is the appointment for? Thank you for your help.
There's some great examples in this dialogue of phrases you can use when you need to schedule an appointment. And we're going to look at those today. In the dialogue, we heard Julianne ask about making an appointment, and she said this.
I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely. I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Ms. McNeely.
So this is a great way to schedule an appointment, to ask for some time from somebody else.
Yeah, and we have some more examples of this phrase.
Example 1.
Please book an appointment for next week.
Example 2.
Please schedule an appointment for next week.
Great. So after that, when you're scheduling an appointment, you need to suggest a day when maybe that person has time.
Yes, let's listen to what they said in the dialogue.
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then? How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
You say, well, how's Thursday or how's Tuesday? And maybe that person doesn't have time that day, so they'll say something like this.
Can she do Tuesday? Can she do Tuesday?
Okay, Erica, so if I want to have a meeting with you, I would say, how's Monday sound? Or how's Monday?
Monday's no good. I'm busy all day.
How's Tuesday?
Sorry, Tuesday's no good either.
What about Wednesday?
Okay, Wednesday works.
All right, great.
Wednesday's perfect.
Okay, it's great. So we have a meeting on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, those are some great phrases, hey, for scheduling an appointment.
Yeah, they're really good. Okay, so now we can listen to our dialogue a third time and we're ready to understand everything that we've just talked about.
Hello, Fairbrook Consulting. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Julianne Horton, and I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Miss McNeely.
Certainly. What day were you thinking of?
How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?
Let me double check. Unfortunately, she's booked solid on Thursday. How does next Monday work for you?
Actually, I've got something scheduled on Monday. Can she do Tuesday?
Sure, Tuesday's perfect. May I ask where you're calling from?
Sure, Merton Financial Advisors.
Oh. Actually, Tuesday's no good. Sorry about that.
The language in this dialogue is really useful, isn't it, Marco?
Yeah, it's from an everyday situation. You always have to make appointments at some point.
Yes, and like we said earlier, it's language you can use when you need to talk about work with your boss, maybe.
Right.
Or when you need to do daily things like go to the doctor. Or even when you're planning something with your friends.
Right.
Yeah, you can use this in all those situations.
In all situations.
Uh-huh.
The English Pod Audio Review.
Making an appointment for work, a detailed overview when a person needs to make an appointment for work purposes. It is important to follow a clear and polite process to ensure effective communication and a successful meeting. Whether the appointment is with a manager, a client, or a colleague, planning and scheduling the meeting properly can save time and avoid misunderstandings. The first step in making an appointment is to find out the availability of the person or people involved. This can be done by asking directly, either in person, over the phone, or by email. For example, one might say, "When are you available for a meeting?" Or, "Can we schedule a time to discuss the project?" It is important to be polite and flexible, offering several possible times if you are able to. Once a convenient time is identified, the next step is to officially book or schedule the appointment. This may involve setting a specific date, time, and location for the meeting. In a professional environment, appointments are often recorded in a calendar or appointment book to help both parties remember the schedule. The person making the appointment should clearly communicate all details to avoid confusion, such as, "Let's meet on Tuesday at m in the conference room." Sometimes circumstances change, and it becomes necessary to reschedule or cancel the appointment. If this happens, it is courteous to inform the other party as soon as possible and suggest alternative dates or times. For example, "I'm sorry, I need to reschedule our meeting to Wednesday afternoon. Is that okay?" This helps maintain professionalism and respect. Confirming the appointment before the meeting day is also a good practice. A simple confirmation message or call, such as, "Just confirming our meeting for tomorrow at 10 a.m., can prevent no-shows or misunderstandings. Being punctual and arriving on time shows respect for the other person's schedule and contributes to a positive working relationship during the appointment. it is helpful to be prepared with any necessary documents or questions. Clear communication and active listening are key to making the most of the meeting time. After the meeting, it may be useful to send a follow-up message summarizing the discussion and any agreed actions. In summary, making an appointment for work involves checking availability, scheduling the meeting, confirming the details, and maintaining polite and clear communication throughout. This process helps ensure that both parties are well prepared and that the meeting is productive and respectful of everyone's time. By following these steps, professionals can build strong relationships and manage their time efficiently.
More information about this podcast.
How to make work appointments in the USA, Canada, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and African country. Hello everyone. Welcome to this special episode where we will talk in detail about how people make appointments for work in different countries. Understanding these cultural and practical differences can help you communicate better and be more professional when working internationally. Today, we focus on 7 countries or regions: the United States, Canada, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and several African countries. We will talk about how appointments are made, what tools people use, what cultural behaviors to expect, and how virtual meetings have changed the way we schedule meetings. United States. Scheduling work appointments in the United States. Making appointments for work is generally very structured and professional. Most people use emails or phone calls to request and confirm appointments. In recent years, many companies use digital tools like Calendly, Microsoft Outlook Calendar, or Google Calendar to make the process easier and automatic. How do people usually make appointments? If you want to meet someone, you usually send an email or call their office to ask for a meeting. For example, you might write, "Hello, I would like to schedule a meeting with you next week to discuss the project. Are you available on Tuesday or Wednesday morning?" It's polite to offer 2 or 3 options so the other person can choose a convenient time. Importance of punctuality in the US. Being on time is very important. People usually try to arrive 5 to 10 minutes early. If you are late, it can be seen as unprofessional or disrespectful. Changing or canceling appointments. If you need to change or cancel an appointment, you should inform the other person as soon as possible, ideally at least 24 hours before. For example, "I am sorry, but I need to reschedule our meeting. Are you available on Thursday instead?" Virtual meetings. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual meetings have become very common. Tools like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet are widely used. Many companies prefer to set appointments online because they save time and travel costs. Canada. Appointment culture and tools. Canada has a work culture very similar to the United States, but with a little more emphasis on politeness and respect. Canadians like to be courteous in their emails and conversations. Scheduling appointments in Canada. Emails and phone calls are the most common ways to make appointments. You might say, "I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to see if we can schedule a meeting next week." Canadians usually expect a polite and friendly tone in messages. Punctuality and respect. Punctuality is important in Canada too, but there is a bit more flexibility. Arriving 5 to 15 minutes early is common. If you must cancel or change the meeting, giving at least 24 hours notice is standard. Using technology. Canadian businesses often use scheduling apps like Microsoft Outlook Calendar or Google Calendar. Virtual meetings using Zoom or Microsoft Teams are also common, especially for remote or international communication. India. Flexible but respectful appointment setting. India has a diverse and complex business culture. Appointment making varies by industry and region but is generally more flexible compared to the US or Canada. Common methods. Phone calls and WhatsApp messages are very popular for setting appointments in India. Email is used in corporate and multinational companies but less commonly in small businesses. For example, a typical message could be, "Hello sir, can we meet tomorrow afternoon to discuss the work?" Cultural notes, respect, and politeness are very important. Addressing people with sir or madam is common in professional settings. Punctuality is important but often flexible. Meetings may start a bit late. However, it is respectful to try to be on time and confirm appointments in advance. Virtual meetings are becoming more common, especially after the pandemic. Zoom and Google Meet are widely used, especially in IT and corporate sectors. Pakistan. Personal touch with professionalism. Pakistan. Relationships and personal connections play a big role in work appointments. How people set appointments. Phone calls and WhatsApp messages are the main tools for scheduling. Email is also used in professional environments but is not as popular as phone communication. Typical message: Assalamu alaikum, can we schedule a meeting on Thursday? Importance of relationships. People often prefer to meet face to face, especially when starting new business. Building trust and rapport is important. Time flexibility. Appointments may not always start on time. It is polite to be patient and flexible, but you should still try to be punctual yourself. Virtual meetings. Zoom and Microsoft Teams are becoming popular for business meetings, especially in large companies and during the pandemic. Indonesia. Formal and respectful appointment culture. Indonesia has a formal business culture with strong emphasis on respect and hierarchy. Scheduling meetings. Appointments are usually set by phone or email, sometimes with the help of assistants or secretaries. A formal tone is important. Example: Good morning, I would like to request a meeting next week at your convenience. Punctuality is important but flexible. Meetings may start 5 to 15 minutes late. However, arriving late without notice is considered rude. Virtual meetings are increasing, especially in Jakarta and large cities. Zoom and Microsoft Teams are popular platforms. Malaysia. Politeness and formality in scheduling. Malaysia is similar to Indonesia in business culture but with even more emphasis on politeness. Setting appointments. Phone calls, emails, and WhatsApp are used to arrange meetings. Formal greetings and respectful language are important. Example: Dear Mr. Ahmad, I hope you are well. May I kindly request a meeting next Tuesday? Time and respect. Punctuality is expected, but slight delays are tolerated. Informing the other party in advance if you are late is important. Virtual meetings. Online meetings are common in bigger cities like Kuala Lumpur. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet are widely used. African countries. Diverse practices but growing virtual meetings. Africa is a large continent with many countries and cultures, so appointment practices vary widely. Common tools. Phone calls and WhatsApp are the most popular ways to set appointments. Email is used more in business sectors. Cultural emphasis. Respect and building personal relationships are very important. People prefer polite and warm communication. Punctuality varies by country and culture. In some places, meetings may start late, but being on time yourself is a good practice. Virtual meetings have grown a lot recently, especially in countries with better internet access like South Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya. Zoom and Microsoft Teams are commonly used. Summary and tips to make appointments effectively in these countries. Always be polite and respectful in your communication. Use the appropriate tools: emails, phone calls, WhatsApp, or online calendars. Confirm your appointments at least a day before. Try to be punctual or arrive a few minutes early. Inform the other party as soon as possible if you need to cancel or reschedule. Understand that cultural attitudes to time and meetings may vary. Be patient and flexible. Use virtual meeting tools like Zoom and Microsoft Teams to save time and connect remotely,
where we'll be there to answer everything.
Yes, we will. So thanks for listening, guys. And until next time,
Bye.
Goodbye.